What's up guys, Rip here. Today I'm going to be talking about TFT coming to mobile. There is a closed beta currently happening in Europe right now. I did not get in, but luckily one of my friends did, and they sent over some footage so we can take a look at the interface and kind of see how things are shaping up. Now, although it will be coming to mobile for set 3, this beta is actually for set 2. So we got to wait a little bit longer to see set 3, but you can see a lot of the interface and how things are basically laid out here. So, the stuff I'm most interested in. Interface, a lot of it's going to be very familiar. You can pick your little legends, you can still pick your arena skins. They've carried a lot of that over, invite your friends, have a lobby with them, etc. All of this is a lot like the PC version of the game. Of course, the game starts off at a carousel stage. When you're at the carousel stage, it's a little bit clunkier than playing on a PC, of course. You're tapping on the screen, so it's not as responsive or as accurate as using a mouse, so that's something to be aware of here. Immediately when you get into the game, you notice you still have everyone's names on the right side with their health bars. The left side you see is a little bit emptier, right? But you can see at the top left and the top right, there are indicators that you can kind of swap between. So you can use these as toggles to basically swap between the health bars or the damage in a game, or you can swap it between your inventory and your team composition. Placing units, of course, very important. Tap and drag your units onto the board. You can still place them just as easily. You can see the graphics carry over pretty well from the PC version of the game as well. The team compositions on the left side, health bars on the right side, and you can swap between them to see your damage. If you tap anywhere else on the game board, your little legend will of course move around the board. If you tap on a unit, you can also see the unit stats by itself with a nice big tooltip. So let's go ahead and talk about the interface during the planning phase. Now, in the bottom left of the screen, you can have your XP button to purchase your XP, spend your gold on that. On the right side of the screen is actually this gold bag. Tapping on the gold bag is what actually brings up the player cards for the champions that you want to purchase. Now, that'll also be when you get the refresh option so that you can actually switch to the next set of cards to purchase from. Your level is going to be indicated in the bottom left of the screen, your win streak on the bottom right of the screen. As you can see in the player cards, they look very different than they do on the PC. They're much larger. They have the 3D models, which in my opinion is actually a little bit uglier. Like, I thought maybe if they had used the 2D ones, it would have been the same, would have been consistent. And if they were going to use something like the 3D models, I kind of wish that they were animated or something to differentiate them but make them look better than they currently do. Clicking the gold bag is a little unintuitive, but basically you're saying, I want to spend this gold I have, but not use it on the buy XP button on the other side. Also, if you want to sell a unit, you can actually see when you are dragging unit around, you'll actually have an option in both the bottom left and the bottom right corners of the screen to actually sell that unit. Of course, this is going to be a little bit easier than the PC version where you had to go directly down. Sometimes I would have accidents with that. I would accidentally sell units. Now, a lot clearer, and I hope this feature gets moved over to the PC version as well. How to place items. In the top left of the screen, you can cycle between your item inventory or your team composition. When placing an item on a unit, you get a big tooltip to show you which unit it's actually dropping on. And it also does this for both single items or completed items, which is a huge change. I really hope to bring this over to the PC version as well. Most everything else that you expect from Teamfight Tactics is basically here though, right? You can cycle through your other opponents by selecting on them from their health bars. You can check the total damage output during the team fights. If you click on individual units, you can see their stats, especially see which items you have on them, etc. Once you hit a certain set level for your composition, there are sound and visual effects associated with that. You can see your team compositions on the left side. You can tap on them to get the descriptions to tell you, what exactly 2 out of 4 wardens will give you, or 2 out of 4 glacial, etc. You can see on the bottom right side, they actually have your win streak count as well. If you actually tap on that, it'll actually show you the win streak totals. So this is actually very useful information that's still possible. It seems like every user interface element that you expect from the PC version has also been carried over in some form. So even things like the tier unit percent chances at each of your levels is still displayed here, which is a great addition. As for the combat phases of watching a fight play out, it's actually very similar to the PC experience. You can see the fight, you see the characters going around, the special strikes going off for all the abilities, or like redemptions, etc. Everything's as you expect it to be on the PC version, so you're not really losing much when you're coming over from the PC to the mobile platform, which is great news. So that's about it. The game looks like it's in good shape. Obviously, we're waiting for set 3. Hopefully the game will be more polished when it comes out. I hear right now that the battery life isn't the best on it when you're playing this game in particular, but that's probably a trade-off for it looking so good, right? So that is what it is. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys give me a follow at my own YouTube account, youtube.com/LevelUpYourGame. Thanks for watching. I'm Rip. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.